Hello everybody and welcome back to Captain's Guide to Minecraft. Now when we left off in the last episode, we had just built this monstrosity. This little cube, this block, this cube of oak. And today we're going to make it look a little bit prettier. But before we do that, we have to go and gather several things. I just went over there and mined out a tree of dark oak and got 4 dark oak saplings, which is what I need to grow some more. So instead of running over there over and over again, I'm just going to grow my own trees here. Hopefully I'll continue to get a surplus of saplings. But before I can go over there and get all of that spruce, I need to run back to my house because it's getting dark and I don't have anything to protect myself with. Alrighty, it's a beautiful day already. Plop in some more. I probably should have told you what I did right there. As you can see, my inventory was empty. Let's do it again. My hotbar was empty, didn't have anything here. All you have to do is look at the block you want to use, hit your middle mouse button, and it'll come to your inventory automatically. And the same thing will happen if your inventory is full of stuff. It will replace it. Super useful. Saves you a lot of time of doing this all the time. Yeah, it gets real annoying real fast if you're doing it that way. So just walk over, click on it, and it works for anything. If I had extra furnaces, beds, or anything like that, it would work. It's a very useful tool. Something I played for years without knowing I could do. Alright, my dark oak grew. My spruce did not. So, a little bit of a bummer. But I guess we can get into a little bit of the first step with the few blocks that I do have. I have 5 steps that work very well for building a house. And they're quite simple. Number 1, every house needs to have contrast in color. Right now, everything you see here is oak. There's nothing particularly wrong with oak. I quite like the block, but it's not good to have nothing but. So I'm going to do a couple of things real quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just on the front here, we're going to make a couple of minor adjustments real quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So just by adding a little bit of color and a little bit of a different texture to the front of this, it already looks a little bit better. It's a little bit more rich, alive, whatever you want to call it. But it's more than just a box already. It's very simple, and we're going to definitely add on more things than just this. But that's an important first step, is to have color and contrast in your builds. This is still a starter house. I'm still extremely poor. I have wood tools, for crying out loud. So we're not going to make this an extravagant building. There's not going to be all the concretes and all this other kind of stuff you get later on in the game. It's going to be a wood structure, but you can still make it look nice. Your first house doesn't have to stay ugly. It'll probably be ugly the first day. Heck, you might make it out of dirt the first night. Then that's okay, but you don't have to stay that way. Definitely going to make your house a little bit prettier by doing some very basic stuff. And I wish I had some bone meal. That'd be nice, because I really need that spruce tree to grow before it can go much further. So I'm going to go gather some more spruce, and then we'll come back and we'll move on to the second step in making a house party. Okay, it is another morning here on the Minecraft world, and let's move on to step 2. So step 1 was color and contrast. To have the contrasting colors there makes everything pop just a little bit more, and that's what you're looking for. The second thing that I like to focus on is the shape and height of the building. So this is not impressive, right? At most it looks like a little adobe hut that isn't very tall, it isn't very impressive, and it's very square. So it's very, very, very simple to change that. All you have to do is add another square onto your square. And it doesn't really matter where you do it. I guess I'll do it on this side. I might have to move this back just a little bit to make it fit. But luckily Minecraft is a very destructible world, and you can really meld it into whatever you want. So let's see what we can do about this. I want to make it a little bit wider than just one, so let's go out to here. Okay. Yeah, that's plenty good. Alright, then place our spruce logs back down in the corner. Alright. And just place a whole bunch of oak down on the walls. don't know why I jumped off. This would have been a lot easier if I was still up there. Uh-oh. Do I have any more oak on me? I do. Alright, that's better. Panic averted. Okay, so the shape is now a little bit better. I have a little side entrance over here. Right. Now, just by adding that on there, okay, I got a little excited on the height part over there. As I was saying, not only is the shape important, but also the height of the build is very important. The scale of your build is really up to you. But for me, I always try to make the main structure at least 5 blocks high. That, to me, it doesn't feel closed in. It doesn't feel too small. It doesn't feel like you're living in a hobbit hole. It feels a little better if it's at least 5 high walls. Pet peeve of mine is too high anything. Like, I don't want to be walking around the Minecraft world bumping my head on everything. So how tall you want to go is 100% up to you, but for my sanity's sake, don't send me anything that's 2 blocks high, okay? And you should be a good person and not build too high anything. Even when I'm strip mining, I like to dig 3 high, just so I don't feel like I'm hitting my head and everything. Because in real life, I'm a tall dude. I'm 6'3". I run into crap all the time. Chandeliers are my nemesis. Some cars I can't sit in because my head hits the roof, so it's a personal thing. I don't like things close to my head. And that works in Minecraft too. And I'm terrified of heights too. Minecraft will at times give me that fear. When we make it to the end eventually, which is one of the 3 worlds, or I don't even know the right word for it. Can't think of it right now, but there's 3 different dimensions, there we go, in Minecraft. The overworld, which we're in now, the nether, which is Minecraft's version of hell, and the end, which is a totally made-up thing. But when we get to the end, and over the void, you'll see me having a mild panic attack on camera. It'll be fun for everybody but me, I'm sure. Okay, now that I have enough oak, we can move on with making this a little bit taller. Those were 3 tall to start. We're putting 2 more spruce planks on. Spruce logs, on in the corners, and we'll fill all this in with oak planks. And you'll notice that it is 1 block higher than the little side piece that I put on. That is done intentionally, and you'll understand why here in just a second. Okay. Alright, now that we're done with that, excuse my dirt scaffolding, I love it. Alright, all ready. And again, ignore the dirt scaffolding, but you can see this is looking a little bit better than just a little starter house cube. And all we did was add a small cube on the side of a cube and raise everything up a little bit. So there we go. 2 steps down, we're already starting to look a little bit better. Step 3 is pretty obvious. You gotta have a roof, right? Gotta have a roof. So we're going to move on to that step next. But I've got to go do a little bit of mining first. I'm going to need a whole bunch of cobblestone. And I have a grand total of 4 cobblestone. That ain't going to cut it in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to go hit some rocks. And I'll be back when I have a stack or so of the good old cobblestone. Be right back. Okay, so a little bit of time has passed since last time I talked, and as you can see by the slowly deteriorating spruce tree that I got, I went ahead and mined out that big, tall spruce tree to get, basically all the logs I'll ever need for it. Just that one tree provided me with a little over a stack and a half, because I did have some left over, a little over a stack and a half of spruce logs from one tree. Yeah, totally worth a little bit of podzol, if you ask me. Now, I do need to go replant it because I may have forgot to do that, because we definitely want to have this as a renewable resource moving forward, because, I mean, frankly, why not? That is just a ton of wood. That'll keep us going most of the server, if I can mine out a freaking stack and a half every time I need it. That's useful. We've already kind of butchered this area, so we'll continue to do so. There's another... There it goes, it dropped. Perfect timing. Now I'm hoping that I can stick another one in here without too much problem. If not, oh well. But I would like to limit the spread of the podzol as much as I can. But, okay, enough of that. Let's get back to this. I think we left off with me gathering a lot of cobblestone. Most of it is cooked, which is nice. Let's go ahead and turn what we can into the stone brick. There we go. And from there, we will turn the stone brick into stone brick stairs. Now that's not going to be enough, but hopefully it'll be enough to get us started, and I can kind of show you what we're going to do around the awnings and the border of the roof. So first thing you got to do is put an upside down staircase right there, come around regular side up right there, and then we'll go ahead and run a line back all the way back to the wall there. And that is going to form the frame of your roof, if you will. Go, and we'll do a little bit on the gable here in just a second. And okay, I'm not Bobula. If it's not an actual gable to a house, that's fine. But we're going to call it that anyways, okay? Because you know why? Because I can. And that's what we're going to go with. Anyways. Alright, now that we've got the frame, the outline of the... Oh, that didn't go as planned. Let's try this again. Parkour master, I am not. There we go. Now that we got the frame down, we can work on the gable, the arch, whatever it's actually called. I'm sure someone will tell me down below. All you're going to do is you're going to put regular staircase up, and then an upside down staircase on the side. Come back around, put one like that. When you get up to the middle, it'll be right in the middle, right above your door. Go ahead and put another upside down staircase right there. And then later, when I have enough stone, we'll come back and put some stone brick slabs on top of this. And it's going to look real sharp. But now, let's go ahead and do the same thing on the side over here. Now, it's going to be a little bit harder to get this one started just because getting this upside down stair can sometimes be a challenge, especially whenever you're starting it. Ooh, that worked out well. Cool. I'm a professional. Well, I spoke too soon. There we go. That's more like it. That's the captain we all know and love. Okay, so let's place some more blocks down, and boom, out of stone brick stairs. Oh, but it's nighttime anyway, so that's okay. Let's run back in here. And not quite dark yet. Get a few more, but it's not going to be enough to make another stair. Or is it? It will be enough to make another stair. Yay. Now, I'm sure some of y'all are screaming, why don't I have a stone cutter yet? And frankly, it's because I don't have any iron. You need iron to make a stone cutter, and then I wouldn't have the waste that you see with these stairs. I have no idea why it costs so much stone to make these stairs, but it does. Talk to Mojang, not me. And I need some more. Stone, some more cobblestone. So I guess I need to go mine some more. Oh, I love it. I love the resource gathering, let me tell you. Oh, the mine part in Minecraft can be very tedious sometimes. But this time, instead of building it or digging into the side of a mountain, I'm going to go down here and see what I can't get into. And maybe, just maybe, while I'm digging, I might come across some iron or... Oh, okay. I thought maybe for a second I was going to get lucky and find a cave system. But let's go ahead and light this up on down here anyways, so we don't get any mobs spawning in the middle of the day and blowing up everything I'm working on. But yeah, let's go ahead and dig down here. It's a little less of an eyesore. That's not stone. There we go. Alright, let's get to it. I'm going to mine away from a little bit more, and I'll check back in whenever everything's cooked up and I can get back to work on the frame. Okay, while we wait on that cobblestone to cook up, let's go ahead and drop some of the cobblestone, I just want to call everything cobblestone today for whatever reason. Some of the stone brick slabs down on our roof here so you can see what it's going to look like in the long run. Now I like to put this little detail on the front just to give it a little more depth, which is one of the steps we'll get to later. But yeah, there you have it. This will, I believe, need to be one longer so it can hook up with everything. But for now, it'll do because I'm out of blocks. But while we're waiting on the stone to go, I'll go ahead and put the rest of these stairs in here. This is going to be way too much wood. That's alright, you can never have too much, right? There we go. Okay. So we'll go ahead and finish off this roof while we're waiting on the stone to cook. And the roofs are very very simple block placement. Just throw in some stairs. Now, some people like to put full blocks here instead of the stairs. If that's what you're into, knock yourself out. I don't particularly like that, but hey, to each his own. It's Minecraft. Use your imagination. But for me, I think this is a much cleaner look, and I like clean things. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna like it. We're gonna like it. Now we can go ahead and do the same thing on the main portion of the house while we're waiting on everything to cook, because we have plenty of wood. Just don't have any stone. It might be a little complicated. You know what? I have some oak left. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. So I'll have to replace that block later. And we can just level it up like that. There we go. That worked out well. And just keep going right over this. Yep, as you can see, we're going to need 2 more to fill in that gap there. That shouldn't be a problem moving forward. There we go. Drop me down some more oak. Start the next row. All right, we're making progress now. Just double checking my work here. This is going to, yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And there we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. That would have been really embarrassing if I was doing this on the wrong level. But for once, I didn't make a mistake. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm just as shocked as you all are. All right. Making progress here. Okay, I'm going to keep placing blocks. Very repetitive, so you don't need to see me do it. And I'll check back whenever I have all of the roof in place. Okay, and just like that, the last blocks have been placed on the roof proper. And you can see that, you know, I've outlined it with the stone brick and the stone brick slabs up top. And I think, you know, in my opinion, looks pretty sharp as a roof. Now, some folks would like to go in there and what I consider to be over-detailing and putting occasional blocks in there with the stairs to break it up. I don't personally like that style. But those guys are a heck of a lot more successful than I am on YouTube, so maybe do what they do instead of what I do. But I'm going to keep it my way in my world, and you should do exactly the same. Now I'm going to go up here and place in a little bit more oak in all these little gaps created by the roof. And then we'll step back and show you the front of the house and how it looks. Do I have any... Yes, I do. Just toss that in there. Okay, looks a little bit better. Oop. Oh, that was dumb. There we go. There we go. Okay. Do the same on this side. And we're done on the inside. Okay, that should be step 3 completed. Now, if you remember the house we had originally, with just 3 steps, we were already a heck of a lot better. But there's still a heck of a lot that can be done. So, to recap everything we've done, we've put color and contrast, we've put shape and height, and now we've added a roof. And as you can tell, like with the roof, we're still staying true to the other 2 concepts. We're still staying true to the color and contrast, the height, and the shape. They're all adding a little bit more. 4th step is depth. Depth is something that I like to do on at least 3 layers of depth. And what I mean by that is that everything should be 3 blocks deep. All your walls should be 3 blocks deep. Now, saying that, I do consider this to be 2 blocks here because it's 2 different depths. So a door, a window, whatever is considered the 3rd one in my opinion. Everybody on YouTube has a different opinion, but that's mine. So this one would actually be 4 deep because I have that little bitty nubby thing sitting off on the side. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 layers of depth. And something along those lines, something you want to avoid is this. Or even worse, this. The big blank wall. It's the bane of existence in any building game. You don't want to have a big blank wall. So to do that, we're just going to make some windows. Make some windows, doesn't matter where. Some people do it from the inside, some people do it from the outside. I'm going to throw another door back here because apparently I like placing doors where beds used to be. We'll just move it over here and make it a window view for the bed. There we go. Now hopefully I won't break that another time, but we'll see. It is me we're talking about, so I'll probably do it again. Alright. Do I have the... Nope, it's in there we go. And door back on. And let's just... missed a block. Can't have that. There we go. Let's put some slightly simpler windows on this side. We'll go ahead and make them 3 tall. I think that'll look all right. Where am I at? Look over. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Adds a little more depth. Nice. I like it. I like it. Possibly little small windows in right here too. Okay. And there we go. It's too small for a window. And here. Now this is a big blank wall. I'm going to do a little something different on this side than I did on the back side. Just to make it stand out a little bit more. Okay. And up there as well. Hopefully, you know what, we're gonna change that up just a little bit because I just thought of something. When we start detailing, I'm going to want a gap between those blocks. So place that there and knock out this one. That should work out long term for me. All right. Around, everything looks sharp right there. Okay, now if I were to leave it just like this, that would be pretty pointless. But if you remember that glass I made earlier, let's make some utilize that for a minute. Boom, there we go. Got me a full stack of panes. That's nice. Now panes I prefer over the blocks because I think they look a heck of a lot sharper, especially with Optifine turned on. Optifine, one of the things I like about it is the fact that the glass is, it's not, if you don't have Optifine on, each one of your glass panes is going to look like that. Whereas with Optifine, they're clear where they connect to the glass. And it's one of my favorite things about it. There we go. There we go. I think we're almost done. I'm not forgetting about the 2 small windows. I'm just going to do something different to those. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. With some... I think I need to make 2. Yeah. You know, let's go ahead and... Yeah. Do I have any more? Yes, I do. Excellent. Let's go ahead and make a bunch more fences because I'm going to use them. All right. Yeah, if you don't like the way... It's dark. If you don't like the way I ran, just get used to it. I'm kind of a coward. This is on hard, remind you. So until I get some armor and stuff, I'm going to be kind of a scaredy cat. But if you don't like the way these look, if they don't fit your build style or what you're going for or whatever, you can always come over here and instead of putting glass panes in, just drop some fences in. And I, personally, check for mobs. No creepers going to blow me up. Good, good, good. Oops. Well, I just completely ignored this whole... Oh, there we go. Alright. As I was saying, I think that looks pretty sharp for a window. That also looks good too. Oh, you know what? I think I might like that better. Uh-oh. Crisis. What am I going to do? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Which one do you like? The glass windows on my right, your left, or the little fence windows over there on my character's left, your right? I don't know which one I like better. Let me know in the comment section, and we'll fix it. Whatever one you like better, or if you like them both having a little difference on each side, we can do that too. But that's a good question. I don't know. But there you go. That is the fourth step. I think I've completely lost track now. Let's see if we can review. 1 is color and contrast. 2 is height and shape. 3 is the roof. And I guess 4 is depth. So yeah, that is 4th. The 5th one, the final one, and maybe the most important, is the detail work. Again, once again, we've 4 steps into it. This house right here, as it is probably better than most of the 12-year-olds you're going to find on the servers that you're playing on. This is a good house. It's a decent house, but it can be better. Very much better. And it's very simple to make it better. And we're going to make it better by using 2 additional blocks. Fences, which we have here, already made, and trapdoors. This is going to be the second thing we make. And it's going to make this whole thing completely transform. Now, I'd love to put a lantern right here. That would look a gazillion times better than what I'm going to do. I don't have any lanterns because it's still very, very early on in the game for me. So we're going to have to kind of suck it up and go old school and just place a torch on the top. Okay, there we go. So you can do that. Fences with torches on top later, lanterns on the bottom will look a lot sharper. But you can just kind of do that around. It'll make things look a little sharper. I wouldn't overdo it because they do stick out a little bit and they're kind of ugly. Ooh. But they do add, again, depth and a little bit of interest to your builds. And again, if I had lanterns, I would flop this. I'd move this up and hang a lantern down on each side, but I don't, so I won't. But that is very, 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 very basic. We're going to go ahead and do some more fun stuff. Assuming I have enough blocks, this should. Whoop, well, a little crazy there. And I guess I should go over what I'm doing here in the dragging and dropping thing. Okay, so if I hold down the left mouse button and drag, it's going to put an equal amount into every block that I have highlighted. Okay, it's very useful whenever you're trying to build stuff in bulk. Conversely, if I right click, it's going to drop 1 piece in each. If I'm picking up and I right click, it's going to pick half the stack. Okay. If I want to go from something from here down to my inventory, I'm going to hold shift and left click, and it's going to drop, and it'll do conversely. If I were to hold shift and click on this, it would make the entire stack of things into buttons, but we don't want to do that, so let's get that out of there before I accidentally click it and really mess myself up. So those are some things that'll really help you out in inventories things. And if I wanted to swap what I have down on my hotbar here, I just click the letter I want it to be at, and it'll swap. So I'm hitting 1 right here, and it's moving my action in the number 1 position, and now I'm moving it back by hitting 1 again. So a couple of things that'll make your life a little bit easier. I can hold right mouse button and drag, and it'll place 1 in every block that I drag on. So yeah, those are some little quick things that save you some time, and it kind of shows you what I'm doing, navigating real quick. Because I know I'm doing this quick, and if this is your first time watching, you're going, how the heck is he doing that? So there you go. That should be enough trapdoors. Trapdoors are crazy expensive, especially early on. But I think, and I hope that you'll agree, that they look pretty sharp whenever I do what I'm going to do with them. Where'd they go? Going to need those. I'm sitting here looking at this, and these windows might be too low. Let me see. See if we can't knock them out. Nope, that looks dumb. It's alright. I had plenty of glass, I hope. Alright, middle mouse button coming in handy again there. Okay, now back to the trapdoors. Trapdoors make excellent shutters, especially the spruce trapdoors, which have that neat little texture on them that, to me, looks a lot like an actual shutter from the real world. I could go up there and plop some more shutters up there, but I think it might make it a little too busy on that wall if I did. So I'm going to leave them be for now and focus on these other windows. And I think that looks real sharp. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. And boop. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. All right. Okay. I'm going to leave those as they are. I think that looks good as it is. Okay, now, something else you can do with these trapdoors, and I hope I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got just enough to do this. Something else that you can do to really kind of pop with detail is to make a little flower potter, for lack of a better term. Flower planter? Flower thingamadobber. We'll go with thingamadobber, technical term. There we go. So all we gotta do is go gather a couple of flowers. Let's go with 3 different colors. I think I have 3 of them around here. I have 4 spots over there. So let's find 4 flowers. We got us yellow. Got us some blue. And let's grab a red. And we'll go up there and get one of the white ones. We'll have us 4 flowers. Oh my gosh, y'all. Flowers. Flower power. Okay. Where are we? Come on. Never worked so hard for a flower in my life. There we go. Okay. Running back to the house. Oh, look how much prettier it already looks over here. Remember that box we started off with? Yeah. Not too shabby. 5 simple steps. That's all it takes. 5 simple steps. There's nothing complicated I've done at all. It's taken some time, mainly to smelt everything. But that's it. All you got to do is invest a little bit of time. You can have yourself something that you're a little bit more proud of. So, I think I need a little more light over here. So let's go boom, 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 boom. Still a little plain, so knock that out. And let's continue with the fence post window theme on this building. There we go. You know what I think needs to change? I think these doors need to change. So let's throw some spruce doors in there. Need some more wood. There we go. Boop, boop. And voila. And this again is going back to the first step with color and contrast. I put that on the wrong side. There we go. Much better. Again, going back to color and contrast, where we don't have that oak texture on the oak texture. See, it's a little different, but it blends in a little too much for my liking. Whereas you drop the spruce door on there, and it's that contrast again. I think it looks pretty good. So there we go. Now you could do much more. I don't really like how this contrast is right here with just wall grass. I don't like it. I like things like these flower planters a little bit better. So I will probably do a little bit more detail work off camera. But grab a thumbnail. See right there? Yeah. Right there. So you can see the difference between what we started with, which was just that oak box, to this, with 5 very simple steps. Color and contrast, the height and shape, the roof, the depth, and little detail work. And you have yourself a house that... Whoa, I thought I heard something growling at me again. Okay, a house that you don't have to be embarrassed about. And it's still the, first week in Minecraft world, and, we're about an hour into the gameplay. And we built this with just very, very basic materials. We have 2 types of wood and stone brick and a little bit of glass. And that is it. You can gather that anywhere. We could have built this whole thing out of oak. We don't have to have the separate things. I think the different wood is important for the contrast and things. But if you used oak logs here instead of spruce, it wouldn't look that much different. Do I have any oak logs on me? I do. So you can see, let's bring back my interface here. You can see that it's still enough of a contrast to work. It's not as much, but it'll still work. So if you spawn somewhere where you only have 1 wood type, it's not the end of the world. You can still do this. Oak trap doors look different than oak wood, so you can use the oak trap doors for the same thing I use the spruce on the outside. No, that didn't work. So there you go, guys. Very simple starter house, but this will get me going for the first several episodes of this. I've got everything I need in here. I can expand the storage. I can bust these walls out and it'll be a little more open in here. Yeah, that's good. Open is good. I don't want to get too much into interiors here. That's a whole other bag of tricks to get into, but we can definitely open it up, make it feel a little bit bigger in here. And just throw a little bit of, I'm out of blocks. Oh no, I have another stack. Haha, yay! Got a little excited there. Okay, so yeah, just a little bit more detail into it on the inside, and I better stop before this turns into an interior tutorial. But there you go, folks. We're going to call it quits right here. We have ourselves the house. Next episode, we will focus on a little bit of food. Yeah, food is going to be the next important thing we need to get. So we'll start taming some animals, starting our farms next episode. But for now, we have a safe place to live. We have a place to cook. We have a place to craft. We have a place to sleep. A place to run away from the bad guys. All using starter materials. And it still looks, fairly decent. Looks good enough to show off. So again, you don't have to do this block by block in your world. If you don't like the shape, build a different shape. If you think this sticks out too far, bring it in a little bit. If you want to put this on the other side, or on the back side, or all three sides, you can. In fact, that might look good. I might do that later. I might put little offshoots on all three sides to increase storage space or whatnot. You could build another big section off the back of this and have it look together. You could put a chimney on it. There's countless things you can do. And I don't know if we'll expand on this or if we'll leave this or what. This isn't really the style I had planned to build on this. But for a starter house, it really doesn't matter what style you do. It matters that you have a place to lay your head, put your resources, and keep you safe. So we've accomplished that. It's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Again, take a peek down in the description for all my social media links. Go ahead and post me some pictures of what you built using the things I've talked to you today. Before or afters are even better. I can't wait to talk to you guys, both on Discord, Twitter, anywhere you can find me. I'd love to hear from you. But with that being said, this has been Captain. You've watched my guide to Minecraft, and I hope to see you back in the next episode. Y'all have a great day. Goodbye now.